Hey everybody, my name is Danielle Kingsbury and welcome back to my channel, or if you haven't been here before, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I make videos about being a mom and a wife and traveling and just all the things that are going on in our life right now with a toddler and me being 27 weeks pregnant, just about. So thank you guys so much for being here. Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that is Walt Disney World. So on Thursday I put up a video about all the things that we packed for a trip to Walt Disney World, and I also started talking about how we decided on certain things and what parks to go to and what resort to stay at. And the video was like over 45 minutes long. So I decided, let's make this 2 videos. Let me be a little bit more organized and clear. And so that's what we're gonna be talking about today. I'm so excited to share with you guys the process that we went through and the things that we decided on and why. So that is what we're gonna be doing today. So first up, let me tell you how this all came to be. So I worked at Disney when I was in college. I think I was I turned 21 while I was at Disney. And I worked at Hollywood Studios. I was a photographer. I was a PhotoPass photographer. And I worked at Hollywood Studios and Epcot. So I had a great time while I was there. I loved every minute of it, and I worked there for about a year. I have always wanted to go back. So Ben's actually never been to Disney, and I've really wanted to take him. And so ever since after I worked at Disney, I've always wanted to take him there. And the opportunity just hasn't come up. We've done a lot of traveling, but we haven't gone to Disney. So Ben told me that for Mother's Day, he's gonna take me to Disney World, and this was a little while ago. And so at that point, he didn't have all the plans set in stone. He's not the planner of the family, I am, and he knows that I love to plan, so he allowed me. He was gonna try to surprise me, but then he decided to allow me to be part of the planning process, and I'm so excited that he did because I love planning. So when we started talking about going to Disney, we have a couple other things that we're thinking about doing this year as far as travel. So we knew that we wouldn't have a full week or anything like that to go. And we are really blessed that my husband works Monday through Thursday, so he typically has Fridays off. So we decided that he would take Monday off, and we'd leave on a Thursday, and we'd have a full day Friday, a full day Saturday, and a full day Sunday. So once we kind of decided that, we started looking at where we were gonna stay. And Ben definitely wanted to stay at a Disney resort, and of course I did too, but because I've never actually stayed at a Disney resort, when I was working there, I did not have enough money to stay at a Disney resort or get a meal plan or any of those kind of things. So I haven't had the opportunity to have that kind of experience yet. I've been to many of the resorts, walking around and having fun and meeting up with people, but Disney has 3 different levels of the resorts. They have a value resort, they have a moderate resort, and then they have a deluxe resort. So those basically mean the least expensive, the middle expensive, and the most expensive. But Disney has great ways of talking about things that make things sound more appealing than like, here's the cheap hotels and here's the expensive ones. And of course it goes up in quality and what's included and the restaurants and everything like that at each resort. So, and Disney resorts, just heads up, are gonna be more expensive than the typical resorts around the Disney area. So if you're looking to save money, you might wanna try to stay somewhere else. Now, we wanted the full experience, and we wanted all the perks at staying at a Disney resort. So that's what we went with. We decided we wanted to stay at a moderate resort this time. Since neither one of us had had the experience, we wanted something like a little bit nicer than the value resort, but we decided to save the deluxe for a special occasion. Delilah, my daughter, who I'm pregnant with, 27 weeks pregnant, will be here in August, and probably when she's about a year old or so, we'll plan to go again with Joshua and Delilah, and maybe that time we'll stay somewhere really special. So we decided to stay at a moderate resort, which got us to looking at all of the different moderate resorts, and through our research, looking at pictures and restaurants and different things, Ben really liked the way Coronado Springs looked, and that was fine with me. So we are staying at Coronado Springs. We are in a preferred room, which I believe that just means it's closer to the main entrance and the transportation. It has a really cool pool, and it has many different, probably I think 3 different restaurants that are currently open, and then there's some construction going on at Coronado Springs right now, as there are at multiple other resorts and around the Disney parks in general. They're always building things. So we decided to do that, and then the next step, so if you go to the Disney World website and you decide to book a vacation, they have a really cool process where you can find your resort, you can book your tickets, you can book your dining, and it's all there for you. And there's an app as well, and it's so cool, it's so convenient, it's perfect for someone who loves planning, and it's also perfect for someone who doesn't, because when you try to book a fast pass for, you know, Monday at noon, it will alert you and say, hey, by the way, you have a lunch reservation at this time, so you might not want to overlap. And that's really cool, so you don't have to write it all down. Of course, you still can if you want to. So the next step in booking was deciding about a meal plan. So we did decide to go with a meal plan. What's kind of cool is if your child is under 3, then they can eat off of your plate, and a lot of the table service restaurants will be a buffet or an all-you-can-eat, and it just makes it really easy for you. You don't have to order a $10 kids meal, and that's kind of nice. And I'm sure we're gonna have plenty of food. Disney does not have tiny portions. So we looked at the 3 different meal plans, and we definitely wanted some table service options, so we went with the second meal plan. I'll list the meal plans below because I'm not sure that I'm going to quote them right, but the first meal plan I believe is called the quick service meal plan, and that means you get I believe 2 quick service meals, 2 snacks, and a refillable mug. The second meal plan I believe is called the standard. It comes with 1 table service, 1 quick service, 2 snacks, and a refillable mug. And then the deluxe dining package is 3 table or quick service, 2 snacks, and a refillable mug. So we went with the standard. We thought that would be plenty of food for us, and if we decide we want to have another table service meal or we need more food, then we can go ahead and make that happen. So once we decided that, we needed to decide what parks we were going to, if we were doing park hoppers, and then make our reservations as far as restaurants and fast passes go, because if you're staying at a resort, I believe it's 60 days before your trip, you can book your fast passes. And forever before your trip, you can book your dining. So we wanted to go ahead and get that all figured out, so we got to do some really cool things. So my first reaction, my first thought was we definitely need to do fast pass, or not fast passes, sorry. My first thought was we definitely need to do park hopper. And then we started talking about it, and first of all, park hopper is $60 or $70 more per ticket per day. So that being said, Joshua, we don't have to pay for him to get in the parks because he's under 3, which is amazing, but it's definitely something to take into consideration. And with Joshua being 15 months old, we don't know how he's gonna do. We don't know how long he's gonna last. We don't know if we're gonna be able to be at the parks from 7 in the morning until midnight. I mean, we know that we're not gonna be able to do that. So we decided, after kind of talking through it, we would just do 1 park each day, and we would pick 1 park not to do this time, which was really hard for me because I love Disney. So when we started talking about what parks we definitely wanted to go to, we decided we definitely wanted to go to Magic Kingdom. It has by far the most attractions that kids can do, the most rides, the most stuff for toddlers. We have to go there. And then of course I want Ben to be able to experience Magic Kingdom too, because it's like the classic. It was the first one in Disney World. So definitely Magic Kingdom. And then we looked at Animal Kingdom is the thing that my husband is most excited about. So we definitely wanted to go to Animal Kingdom. I love Animal Kingdom. I love the zoo aspect where you have a couple of different treks that you can walk around and see animals. And then you also have some really cool attractions, and it's such a beautiful park with all the vegetation and everything. I really wanted to take Ben there and show him the attention to detail in, you know, the Asia area and the Africa area, and just how beautiful it is. I worked at Hollywood Studios, so a big part of me wanted to go to Hollywood, but then when we started like really looking at it, there's really not much that Joshua can do at Hollywood Studios, and me being pregnant, there's not much that I can do, and Ben doesn't want to go on rides without us. So with Galaxy's Edge opening up in August, and then us wanting to go back in about, you know, a year and a half or whatever, we decided let's wait on Hollywood Studios. Let's go next time when Joshua can do more things, and let's go to Epcot. Again, I love all of the parks. And so I really wanted to go to Epcot. I really wanted to show Ben World Showcase. And I love World Showcase myself. So we decided to go to Epcot. So we're going a full day at each of the parks. But we'll see how Joshua does. If we have to leave and take a nap, or if we have to leave early in the afternoon, you know, then that's what we'll do. So after doing that, we decided we need to pick some restaurants for our table service. Joshua loves Lilo and Stitch, and it's a movie that we watch almost daily. And so I wanted to do the Ohana breakfast. Polynesian is such a beautiful resort. That's where the Ohana breakfast is. And the Ohana breakfast is a character breakfast with Lilo and Stitch. And then I believe Mickey and Minnie come out as well. And it's supposed to be really good food, and it's right near Magic Kingdom. So the day that we're going to Magic Kingdom, we scheduled actually a lunch, but it's going to be breakfast food at Ohana with Lilo and Stitch. So we're very excited about that. And then we'll kind of see how we'll gauge how Joshua is doing at that point, if we need to go back and take a nap, and then hopefully try to come back to Magic Kingdom later for the fireworks, or if we're just going to go back into the park and just keep doing stuff until he's tapped out. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know. And then for our day in Animal Kingdom, we got a reservation at Tusker House, which is another character dining experience. And I believe it's Safari Mickey, Safari Minnie, Safari Goofy, and they're all in their safari outfits. And it's supposed to be really interesting food. It's not just your typical, you know, hamburgers and French fries. There's some really, really interesting and unique African and Asian fusion kind of dishes involved. So I'm really excited about the food. I've heard so many amazing things about that location. And finally, Epcot, we decided, actually one of my favorite restaurants is the Mexican restaurant La Hacienda de San Angel. And so it's the Mexican restaurant that is not in the Mexico Pavilion. It's the one that's like on the lake. And so we have a dinner reservation there, but we made the dinner reservation for 5 o'clock. So it's super early. So hopefully Joshua will make it through. So we made those reservations, and then we started talking fast passes. And honestly, fast passes with a toddler and a pregnant woman, they're important, but they're not as fun as, you know, if you can go on all of the rides. So we have the fast passes for some of the rides we really want to go on. We have a fast pass for the Frozen ride. We have a fast pass for Nemo, and we have the Navi River Journey in Animal Kingdom, which people have raved about. And then in Magic Kingdom, we have Buzz Lightyear and Dumbo, and a meet and greet with Mickey and Minnie. Not sure how it's gonna go with Joshua, but if he really doesn't like the breakfast with the characters, then we'll probably cancel that fast pass and see if we can get a fast pass for something else. So, y'all, we are so excited and I just can't wait. And I love talking Disney. I love experiencing things. I can't wait to go and find out how this is all gonna play out and be able to come back and tell you guys what our experience was like and what I would recommend and what I would bring and all of the different things that I learned while I'm there, pregnant and with a toddler. It's gonna be so helpful. I wanted to shout out a couple of channels really quick in case you're doing some Disney research. So DFB Guide, Disney food blog, but it's called DFB Guide on YouTube, has so many videos. They have like videos about the restaurants in the parks. They have videos about the resorts. They have videos about everything at Disney World. It's been a huge help. Even as somebody that has been to the parks a lot and worked at the parks, it's so helpful because I haven't eaten at all the restaurants and I haven't been to all the resorts. And so it's been really, really helpful to watch some of their videos and honestly fun just to like find out more information about Disney and what's going on and how, you know, the growth is happening and what's coming, and they have so much information. So check them out. And then of course, one of my favorite channels, Erin Williams, she's gone to Disney a couple of times with her kids, and she's gone with Liza Adele, another one of my favorites, and Tara Henderson. And so they have some really fun video vlogs kind of them going and what they did, what their plans were. And so those are fun to check out and watch and see what you might want to do. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am so excited to share our trip with you. I know it's just going to be so much fun and so much fun to watch. I appreciate you guys being here so much. Please hit that subscribe button and stay along the journey with us. We appreciate you guys. We will see you guys in the next one, which will be a Disney vlog. Can't wait.
All right, ooh baby, just hold tight.